Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get started for today. So thank you again for joining us. I've recorded to the cloud, so we'll be able to do it that way. All right. Again, my name is Kathy Fuller, and I am the PR and social media chairman for District 2, as well as the co-president for the Zonta Club of Albany. And today we're going to be doing a quick little workshop about social media and PR. So I'm going to go ahead with our first quiz. So what is this logo for? Anybody want to jump in and answer that one? This is an easy one. I'm starting off easy, ladies.
Facebook.
Facebook.
Excellent. Excellent. Number 2, what's this one?
Instagram.
Instagram. All right. Next.
Pinterest.
Pinterest.
All right. You're 3 for 3. Next.
Twitter.
Twitter. This one's an
LinkedIn.
easy one. This was a
LinkedIn.
freebie. This is LinkedIn. YouTube, obviously. What about this one?
Snapchat.
That's Snapchat. Okay. And the question is, why am I asking you all of these? Why I'm asking you these questions is these are the top social media platforms as of 2020. In no particular order, but as far as popularity, Instagram still is number 1, followed by Instagram. Now, why do I need social media for my Zonta Club? Because 42% of the world's population, a whopping 3.2 billion people, use social media. So that's a huge outreach potentially for your club in particular, but as a club, as an international, we can potentially reach 3.2 billion people through social media. So how do I use social media effectively? Okay, you need to be unexpected, emotional, and simple. Those are the big 3. Okay, the unexpected part is highlight what's new, unusual, or surprising, right? What are you doing that's different in your club? A lot of clubs have become very, very creative as far as how they are reaching out, how they're doing meetings, how they're doing fundraisers. So have that be part of your social media. Also, give people a reason to care about our mission and our service projects. Get emotional, get an emotional appeal, find a stock photo, or if the if the service project is within your club, take some pictures and put it up on social media. That emotional hook really hits into those parts of the brain that give out oxytocin, which causes people to care and engage with your clubs and your mission on social media. And also be simple. Okay, the KISS principle, right? Keep it simple, silly, right? Provide a simple unifying message for what's to come and how people can join. All right. So we want to use social media not only as an information tool, a public relations tool, but also to try to garner new members. All right. So these are our top social media platforms. How can Zonta clubs use them? So first of all, Facebook. Facebook is the #1 platform for adults. So understanding its audience is crucial for devising a social media strategy for your Zonta club. All right, there's some statistics. Again, 2.45 billion monthly active users. Notice the demographics. The majority of people that use Facebook is quite surprising. You know, everybody kind of makes fun of it and says, oh, it's my mom's social media platform. Well, take a look at this. 86% of people aged 18 to 29 use Facebook. This is as of 2020. Okay, so either everybody's saying that I don't use Facebook is lying, which unless they're surveyed, or the large propensity of people that use Facebook are 18 to 29. The next biggest demographic is 30 to 49. 51% of people 50 to 65 use Facebook, and 34% people that are 65 plus use Facebook. So there's use in all those demographic areas. So you want to choose wisely and think about what you're going to put out to Facebook. So let's take a look. 54% of Facebook users are female. All right. On average, Facebook users spend 35 minutes a day on average. Okay. I know people that spend a lot more. My husband would say that I spend hours on Facebook, but indeed I do it as it's part of my business and part of my social life. 96% of users access Facebook via mobile device. So one of the things you might want to think about when you're doing a social media outreach is your page compatible to a mobile device, and is it laid out so it can? 25% of users access Facebook via laptop or desktop. All right, Instagram. It's a Facebook-owned photo and video sharing app. It's continuing to grow its user base. Okay, I went too far for a sec here. I've got to move this little screen because it's continuing to grow. 1 billion people using Instagram every month. Who owns it? Owns by Facebook. So it's got Facebook's outreach. So if you post something to Instagram, okay, you can set it so it automatically posts to your club's Facebook account, which is really easy. That means you don't have to post to two different things. You can just post to one and have it flow over to the other. Another thing about Instagram that's great is you can also share it to Twitter. So you can do 3 major social media platforms that are popular just through the Instagram profile. So how many people knew that? Did everybody know that? Okay,
Yep.
so that's one of the great things about Instagram is that it's a multitasking platform because Facebook owns it. It's very seamless with posting to the Facebook um, pages for your clubs. So it's very, very user friendly as well, I find. Takes some getting used to. The one downside, as we're going to find out, is it's very difficult. You can't schedule it like you can with Facebook. You can't schedule a post, which could be problematic for busy people that are trying to do lots of different things. They may want to schedule things ahead of time, which is what I do on our District 2 Facebook page. I schedule posts to come out. All right, Instagram, we got more demographics, right? They have 1 billion active users and they have 500 million active daily users. So they have active monthly and active daily. So you've got 500 million people that are using it on a daily basis, 1 billion monthly active users. So think about that when you're posting to your Instagram, how often you have to provide new content. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. The next piece of information is notice that the large majority of people that use Instagram are ages 18 to 29. 47% ages 30 to 49. So those millennials are in there using it. 23% ages in that Gen X are using Instagram, and 8% that are in your your boomer generation are using Instagram. 51% again are female. On average, Instagram users spend 53 minutes. So a lot longer time spent on Instagram than on Facebook. So think about that. If you're doubling almost the amount of time that people are engaging with Instagram, your club can get a lot of bang for its buck by having an active Instagram account. All right, Pinterest. Now, I know you might be thinking about why and how could I possibly use Pinterest. So basically, it's a visual search engine and it pioneered online shopping. And you might, I don't know about you, but when I go to Pinterest, I go and it's like a black hole for me. I just look and I'm like spent an hour and a half on it. Okay. 72% of Pinterest users are inspired to shop when they weren't really looking to purchase anything. And 70% of users discovered new products via the platform. So could we not use Pinterest as a way to engage with people, right? Discover Zonta, right? A lot of people tell me that, what is Zonta? I don't know what Zonta is, right? We're a best kept secret. Well, 70% of people on Pinterest use Pinterest to discover new products. Why not use it to discover what Zonta is and what we're doing and our service projects and our scholarships and the things that we have? We can use it. And all Pinterest is, it's akin to when you used to clip recipes and put them in a file folder, right? That's all Pinterest is, except upside. So why not curate a bunch of articles, a bunch of videos, a bunch of Zonta related information and create a Pinterest account for your club? Oop, and I went too fast on the clicker again. All right, 300 million monthly users. Again, we have this in the Gen Z, and the Gen X is the majority of the people. If you add that together, okay, that's 62% of the people that use Pinterest are on our our Gen X and our baby boomer population. So this could be a great way to interact. Also, 70% of Pinterest users are female. So as the majority of our membership is female, this could be a great way to get some outreach out. They spend 14.2 minutes per visit. I don't know who those people are. I want to meet them because I always spend at least 30 to 45 minutes on average when I'm on Pinterest. And notice 80% of users access Pinterest through mobile devices. So if you want to get the outreach out, a lot of people are on their mobile device, especially women in particular, because they're busy. All right. And they use their phones much more than any other media. So a means of, interacting on the web. So use your mobile device. Try to think about some Pinterest campaigns, and we'll talk about some more as we go along. Twitter. Twitter makes it possible for users to reach practically any person or Zonta Club simply by tagging them in a tweet, which means that you have to create a hashtag, all right, which is the pound symbol for those that are in my generation and older, okay? It's a popular platform for customer service and outreach. So what a great way for us to tag other women's organizations, tag people that are in politics, that are our representatives, to tell them about our political, or excuse me, our outreach again, you know, especially our campaign against to end violence against women, right? Very easy to tag someone on Twitter and say, hey, you know, Zonta, as a member of Zonta, I'm very concerned about this, and you need to take a look at some of these resources and share that with them. Very easy way to also let people know what we're doing. And when we talk about customer service, it's also a very quick and easy way to contact our members, all right, and do some outreach for them. All right, there's 330 million monthly active users. 38% are in 18 to 29. Okay, again, your Gen Z, your younger group. And then you've got 26% of ages 30 to 49, 17, 50. So again, we can get 53% of the target demographics that we may be looking for membership in our club through using Twitter. All right, again, it's pretty much a 50-50. And Twitter users, however, you got to be quick. You got to get their attention quick. You only have 140 characters. They're only on there 3.39 minutes per session. So if you're not able to keep up with Twitter, that might be something that you want to feed through your Instagram account, because it does take a lot of upkeep. That's the one thing I will say about Twitter. LinkedIn. This is another one like Pinterest. This is considered a social media network. It is the top social media platform for business to business social media marketing. Its demographic skews slightly older, with 30 to 49-year-olds making up the largest group of LinkedIn users. Why would you think we could use Pinterest, right? As we put up our business information, we try to connect with other businesses through LinkedIn. Why not have people join us that are business professionals, right? We want people that are business professionals that are active in our community to join us. So why not use it? Say, hey, I am doing this event and we would love for people in our business community to join us at our next meeting. All right, 303 million monthly users. Again, very much skewed, a little bit older, 60% in this millennial. So especially if you want to start actively doing outreach to millennials, LinkedIn might be a great way for you to do that. And it could be something as simple as you as a co-president doing it, or you can actually create a LinkedIn for your club. Again, it's male dominated, but still we have 43% of LinkedIn users are female. We are open to both male and female. We want males to support our projects and our service and our scholarship. They have daughters, they have wives, they have sisters. So why not increase that outreach as well? All right, they spend 6 minutes and 7 seconds. That's how quickly they can do it now with the metrics. And 57% of the traffic through LinkedIn is through mobile devices. And then we have YouTube. All right, and it's a utilitarian link, and it's entertaining a lot of time, but it's got 1 billion monthly users. And the ways that Zonta clubs can share information in our service and scholarship programs on YouTube is expansive. And did you know that Google, Alphabet company, owns YouTube? All right, it's also the second largest search engine besides Google. So when people go into YouTube, they can go Zonta service projects and they will get videos through YouTube. Okay, so why not create a YouTube channel? It's free, and you could showcase your club's activities in just short little video snippets and create channels based on service, based on outreach, based on membership. You can do it, and we're going to see what our other clubs are doing on that. Also, because Google is owned by Google, and I made a little misprint there, and is synchronized with all the Google apps. The Google Translate app can repeat anything you say in up to 90 languages from German and Japanese to Czech and Zulu. However, a little tip, if you're sharing content, it's always preferable to have a native language speaker review if possible. And the YouTube demographics has 2 billion monthly users. Again, this definitely skews younger. Notice here, it's 15 to 25. How about looking at our young Zonta clubs, right, that we have in high schools or that we have, and I am drawing a blank as to what they're called. The young Zonta.
Golden Z clubs.
Golden Z, thank you so much. I'm sorry, is Golden Z?
Yeah, Golden Z is university level. Z Club is high school
Z
level.
Club, thank you. I knew there was a difference. I appreciate you jumping in. Notice right here, if you really want to develop your Z Club, take a look at those demographics, okay? 81% 15 to 25, 71% ages 26 to 35. Still a lot of people up here in the what we consider the late millennials into the baby boomer population and the Gen X population. A lot of percentages of people. So a lot of people use YouTube, including 58% of people that are 56 years of age and up. So think about that. 50% of YouTube users are female, okay? Over 50%. So again, we have a social media platform that a lot of female users use. They spend 11 minutes and 43 seconds. So again, you do not have to have big, long, hour-long videos to put up there. Short, sweet, 2-minute, 3-minute, 4-minute videos are very quick and easy to do on your phone or with a quick little tripod with your phone. They make them now. 70% of YouTube viewers use it on their mobile device. So if they're using it on the mobile device, they're going to want to connect with you quickly. So be ready and have your email information and links to your club's website, your club's Facebook page, or the information as to how to reach out to you in your YouTube video descriptions. All right, Snapchat. In the past couple of years, Snapchat's grown in popularity, and there's been some positives and negatives about Snapchat. 49% of Snapchat users visit the app several times a day. I know my children in particular probably visited 1,000 times a day, because literally how many times can you head tilt in different directions and take the same picture? However, it's very something that catches on. I will be sharing this presentation with you. So within here, there is a little video as to what Snapchat is. There's a link here also. So I was going to play it, but in the essence of time, I'm going to leave that to yours. But basically, Snapchat is a quick little video app. Could you use it? I'd say yes, because if you want to do outreach to college level students, if you want to do outreach to younger professionals, everybody seems to be on Snapchat. So let's take a look at the demographics. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next slide. All right, we have 210 million, again, monthly active users. Notice this, 15 to 25 and 26 to 35. As you get up there, a lot of people don't use Snapchat. If I didn't have Snapchat, I don't think I would speak to my oldest children because they don't text, they don't pick up the phone. So that's one of the ways that you can reach younger people is with Snapchat, quick little video. A lot of times Snapchat is used to link to other places. So if you create material on your, say, Facebook or on your Instagram accounts, you can quickly just link it in your Snapchat, take a quick Snapchat video of yourself, say, hey, check out the new post that I just made on my Instagram account, and drive your traffic that way. Gender, 61%, that's a whopping number of Snapchat users are female. So again, if we're focused on women's issues, we should use Snapchat. Okay, they spend 30 minutes a day on the platform, so it's a huge amount of time, especially for a younger person. Okay, it's mobile only. All right, and it's second overall in mobile usage as far as all the applications that are out there in the world. So it's used a lot. It's used by the younger generation. 61% are female. Think about using it. All right. So what Zonta International clubs and D2 are saying, right? And internationally, okay? So these are just some quotes. One of my all-time favorites said the Zonta Club of Oswego to a post on the Zonta's District 2 website. Members of the Zonta Clubs of Utica and Rome celebrate 100 years of women's rights to vote, women's right to vote, by visiting the exhibit at the Munson Williams Art Institute. That was on their club's YouTube channel. And finally, over here, this is Zonta International. Expand your horizons with the Zonta International Amelia Earhart, and this was their Twitter. So there's a lot of clubs using a lot of different social media platforms, and I think every club should be able to have some sort of social media outreach and availability. So are you listening? Are you listening to what your members are telling you? Are you listening to what your potential members are telling you? And 2 weeks, 2 weeks is how often at minimum you should change your social media content. How many clubs out there are changing their social media content every 2 weeks in order to keep people engaged, to keep people fresh? I see Robin raising her hand. Good job. Good job. You should be changing your social media content every 2 weeks. And I know it's hard. Everybody's busy. But if you split up some tasks, have one person do it 1 month, one person do it the other month, it's definitely doable. All right. So scheduling, there's some information here on how to schedule a Facebook post. One of the nice things about Facebook is that you can schedule the post. So you can sit down, like say in an hour, and knock off a whole month's Facebook postings or a whole quarter's Facebook postings. If you have that information, if you know your schedule ahead of time, you can go ahead and just schedule that post to be let out on a day in the future, which is wonderful for me as a very busy mom, wife, employee, and overscheduled Zonchan, to be able to schedule our Facebook posts for District 2. This is how you do it. It's very, very simple. So you're just going to go ahead and go to the top of your Facebook page timeline. You're going to select schedule. And once you've created the post, go to the drop down button next to publish and select schedule. Then you go in, select a date and a time. All right. Note, please, that if you are dealing with busy people, you might not want it to go out at midnight if people have notifications on their phone to ding, ding, ding. Okay. I would say keep your scheduled post times to like after 8 a.m. in the morning and before 9 p.m. just to be considerate. Okay. All right. So that's scheduling. Do I have any questions? I'm going to take a breath here. I'm going to grab a little swig of water. Does anybody have any questions so far? I know I've gone through a lot. I have a very ambitious schedule today. Yes, Robin, go ahead and unmute yourself.
So I was wondering, with the 16 days of advocacy, is prior years there's been a post a day kind of thing already set up for us so that we could pre-set it up. Do you know if that's going to happen this year?
I am working on that. Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to have those posts scheduled and available. So if you reach out to me, I can share that with all of you as well.
Okay.
And I'm going to also show you where I'm going to get it, hopefully by the end of this evening session. So if you wanted to change some stuff up and do it on a different medium than say a Facebook post, I'm going to show you where to find some of the images and the information tonight.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you. Great question.
Thank you.
All right. So while
Following-
Instagram, oh, go ahead.
Following up on Robin, I'm talking about every member in November.
Yes.
The schedule was printed out, and Teresa assures me that you folks are going to be handling the postings, but I haven't seen anything. And
Every
they
member in November,
start-
it's coming.
Okay, because
I
they
was
wanted it
told
to
not
start on
to.
October 12th, and I just wondered when it was going to happen.
Yep. Every
Okay.
member in November will be coming out. I was told due to other stuff to kind of push it off to the end of this month to just kind of not get people stale. So
Okay.
that was the
Okay.
other thing. Sometimes if you post too early on social media, people forget unless there's a reminder. So that's
Sure.
another tip, and thank you. Your check will be coming. These ladies have segued me into my next section. Okay. While Instagram, Twitter, and others don't have a means in which to schedule yet, there are third-party vendor apps and software that can help. There's Sprout, Hootsuite, Later, etc. Some have trial versions, but they can be costly. So I know, for example, like Later, you can use Later to help you schedule your Instagram and Twitter posts if again you're very busy and you don't have somebody that's available to do that at the drop of a hat. So Okay, so again, there's your Zonta resources. Use your Zonta resources to help yourself, okay? We have a Zonta International YouTube channel and a website. There's also a Zonta District 2 website and a YouTube channel. Use those resources to help funnel information to your members, okay? There's nothing saying you can't copy a link that's up there on the YouTube channel, use a past training, use some of the information that's on the District 2 or the zonta.org websites to draw interest to the general public, right? You can go ahead and say, hey, on my LinkedIn page, did you know I'm a member of Zonta Club of Albany? Do you know that that is a blah, 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 blah? Here's some information, and go ahead and put a short little video clip up there, or use some of the information. There's lots of PDFs, there's lots of downloadable information right on that. So don't feel like you can reinvent the wheel. All right. We also have, like I said, membership. Use Zonta 2 district resources to help you. So if you click on this link, as I'm going to right now, it's going to bring you to the Zonta International Locate a Club. So all you can do is, if you have somebody that's a potential prospect that you're prospecting that is interested, that showed interest, please direct them to this, and you can go ahead and find that club, okay, right there very easily. All right. And then also, you can all share information. I put up a couple of different Zonta YouTubes here, okay? This is the history of our club. So people go, I didn't know about Zonta. How long Zonta been around? Okay, Zonta's been around for 100 years. Here's a video telling all about it that Zonta International District 2 has up there. Also, here's the Zonta International website meeting our new president video that we were all, when we went to the training recently, okay? What a great person to introduce future people to Zonta, right? She's amazing. So why not use her as your lead to show people the amazing people that are involved in Zonta? And we're just going to go ahead and move. Also, here's our Every Member in November District Challenge. And as everybody knows, we're going to ask clubs to try we're going to try every day to have some kind of recurrent post, but at least a minimum every week. All right. And notice here, you've got a share button. So all that does is that brings you to the main page when you share that. Okay. This is a quick little screenshot that I took. However, so this is the actual link, but you have to scroll down to find our club and our district in particular, excuse me, our district. If you notice, when you go to the main Zonta GoFundMe for that campaign, Every Member in November, you have to really scroll down in order to see and the prizes are here. Okay. So this is kind of something to, like, yeah, if you donate, this is what's going to happen. So you could just go ahead and copy and paste some of this information, use that as a Facebook post. This is what your gifts will do, right? Did you know? Use some of the information that's already created. You don't have to recreate the wheel. Also, there's challenge prizes and mini challenge prizes, depending on whether you're going from the 1st to the 8th, 10th to the 20th, to try to keep the giving going. All right, there's a Giving Tuesday, December 1st, okay? The district that raises the most. So here's your shares for other medias, okay? We've got a share for this. You can link it right there. You've got tweet and share right here. Also, if you have to scroll down all the way to the bottom, there's going to be a leaderboard, all right? So you might want to advertise that, hey, with $1,000 more, we could be the leading club in the entire world. And you notice we'll have to scroll down. So here's District 1. There's no rhyme or reason as to how it's laid out. I believe it was based on the year that the club was founded. That's how they're listed. I thought that was what I was told. So in order to find Zonta District 2, you have to push on that button. Well, I'm going to tell you, people are busy. People tend to not want to put forth a lot of effort. You have to make it easier for them. So again, we're going to go back to here. We're going to go right to our district link, and we're going to provide that for anybody that were interested in our club. And notice here, there's your share button for Facebook. Very easy to click on that. You can click and share that right up to your club's webpage. All right. This is our district challenge. It talks a little bit about here. So this is what your gifts will do. Again, this is our zip. And here's 3 really quick share buttons that you could use to do this. Now, what I also wanted to point out to you is there are images. All right. And I'm just going to go ahead and 100% the amount. We appreciate your work and service. Please reach out to me. This is kind of the end of my slides. But what I want to also do is I want to go into Zonta International's webpage, and I want to show you the information that is up here and how you can use it. So notice here we have all the causes, right? We have advocating for gender equality and gender-based violence, ending child marriage, and expanding access to information. So like say, for example, as a teacher, I'm very, very passionate about education and expanding access to information. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on this and I'm going to see what kind of resources do I have in here, okay? I can talk all about the related links here, both our relationship with sustainable development goal number 4, UNICEF, women in technology, young women in public affairs. So these are all things that you can focus on just with a quick click. All right, you can copy this image very quickly by right-clicking on it and using it along with the link into any kind of Facebook page you want. Also, news and events on the international level, okay? There's a lot of information here that can be shared both in the news and events. So this could be very, very current for some of your members that are very involved in some events. Networking, mentoring, and the Zonta connections. So these could be little training snippets that you could use in your social media to draw interest to your social media page, both within your club and outside of your club. And again, we also have the foundation campaigns information here as regard to fundraising. So here's more information about every member in November. That's in the zonta.org webpage. Okay, and that's where you find a lot of information. It also tells people that they changed the names. So that's the recent news that came out on the 9th of October. All right, again, here's that Zonta join Zonta link as well. So as you're sharing this every member November information, you can go ahead and make sure you link right here directly to this main page and say, hey, while you're here, why don't you think about joining Zonta? Okay, and there's that information right there. Again, don't have to. And here's a link to my Zonta in particular, where every member should know that they can sign in and access all the information. So I'm going to go ahead and just go in here. And this is my Zonta. So these are all kinds of governance, our biennial goals, manuals, board meeting highlights. There's all kinds of information even within here. Okay, if you need to find somebody in another club or the district, you can click in here and find that in the directory. So there's a lot of information available at the tip of your fingertips once you log in. Okay, especially I particularly, because this is my 3rd year in Zonta coming up, and there's a lot of things I don't know. Even though I've taken on a lot of roles, there's a lot of things that I don't know, and I really look to some of the members like Joanne and Marjorie and Charlotte that have been in the club for quite a while to kind of like send me to where I need to be. So there's no reason why you can't reach out to other people. And some of that social media can be really great as a means for your newer members as well to kind of ask some questions, right? So they can just direct message you, say on Facebook, or they can direct message you on Instagram, and they can quickly get a hold of you. They can also message you on Twitter. But the question is, like, you need to pay attention to that. All right, you need to pay attention to those instant messenger type things. All right, I talked a lot. Is there anything that I didn't cover that you would like me to cover at this point? We're going on about 10 minutes to 8, and I kind of went through my material. Yes, go ahead.
Can you show people where to find the graphic images under the marketing piece that they can use?
Sure. I'm going to the Zonta District 2 website. I'm going to go back.
I was thinking from zonta.org, but
Okay,
if you know how,
it's in both places.
Oh, okay,
So
great.
if you go ahead into, hold on, I have to think about this for a minute. If you go into
Tools.
okay, under my Zonta, there's lots of tools here for advocacy. All
and
right.
there's a whole set of PR tools and
And there's,
logos. It's amazing.
and it's absolutely amazing. So if you go up to PR tools and logo, and this is all these brand identity guidelines. So, and there's also more webinars in here. So how to attract low cost media attention. So you can share these webinars as well with members that are interested in becoming more involved. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. That was one thing I forgot. And notice here, right underneath in the zonta.org into my Zonta, under the tools, again, all of this information is right here. So here's your resource library again. All right, that has all your PowerPoint templates, letterhead templates, press release templates. So if you need to do a press release, it's right there for you, right in the main Zonta International webpage. I did not use the Zonta International PowerPoint template. I was just being creative tonight. So shame on me. I did not use the official PowerPoint template. But notice here, here's our Golden Club Z letterhead. So if you're interested in or have one of these, it's all right here for you. If you want to do a mail campaign for your PR on postcards, they've already done that for you in Zonta International brochures, PowerPoint templates. There's so much in here. I can't even begin to tell you how amazing this is. And I'm still going through it myself. Again, here's your Zonta says no again to violence. So these are the action pieces. So again, coming up in November, just before Thanksgiving, you may want to release these dates of activism and show how Zonta, and notice here, here's all the different ways that you can connect with Zonta, right? So here's your Facebook, your Twitter, your what? Instagram, your LinkedIn, YouTube, and the Zonta main page. So lots of links right in here. So if you didn't want to try to figure out or search out or have a big giant like list of all the links, you can go right to your Zonta International page and the links are all right here. So you can just go ahead and right click, open up in a new tab for every single one of these things. All right, and it's going to bring you, and I'm just right clicking on all of these tabs. It's going to go ahead and bring you to every single. So here, for example, here's LinkedIn's link for Zonta. Once I would sign in, you would go ahead and do that. Also, here's Zonta International's Instagram account. So notice here, come on, it's just churning. I think my son must be upstairs playing video games. Okay, again, I'm following Zonta International. How do I get notifications when Zonta International tweets something? What I do is I go ahead and I click on this little bell here, and that way I'm going to get notified every single time that Zonta International's got a new tweet coming up. Okay, there's only 911 people following Zonta International. Come on, we need to do better than that. Okay, so let's get the word out there about our Zonta International Twitter page and our Zonta District 2 Twitter page. Also here we have Zonta International. Let's go ahead and follow them, okay? Notice here across the thing, they have a web page, or excuse me, they have an Instagram. So you can message Zonta International right from here and say, hey, I'm from District 2 and I have a question about how I could best reach people. Do you have anybody globally that can help me with that? And somebody is going to answer that question for you. All right, let's see if my other one decided to go ahead and, no, it doesn't look like it wants to play nice today. But anyway, again, Zonta District 2 and Zonta, excuse me, our charity GoFundMe for Zonta District 2 is really important. And sorry to my friend from Zonta District 22, but we want to beat you. And that's a good thing. That competition is a very good thing. So notice it does open up on Sunday. So we're rapidly approaching. Please look for some tools that will be coming your way within the next day or so. And that way you will be able to set up some some posts for the rest of the month. Okay. All righty. I'm going to stop my screen share.
Hello?
Hi. Did you
I
have a
really
question?
need to know what your plan is because Teresa led me to believe that you were going to handle everything. Now, from what I understand, and you've done a wonderful job. I don't mean to denigrate in any way, shape, or form, but maybe it was my misunderstanding. She indicated to me that you were going to, your committee was going to handle everything district-wide. From what I hear you saying is you're going to be delegating that to the clubs.
I'm going to be
So-
handling the posts every day for November, and I'm going to be sharing out those posts. But if clubs, I guess I misspoke. If clubs want to use the resources that I'm providing, I will be sending those out to clubs as well.
Oh, so you will be doing daily
Yes.
posts.
Yep.
and
And
keeping
that's going to
track
be
of-
coming out within the next day. I'm just
And-
finalizing those.
Right, and just
Okay.
to emphasize, we really are going after that first prize of 101, first 8 clubs to reach 101 donations.
Okay.
That's our main
You
push.
heard it right from the
Okay.
start. All right.
I have
Thank
a
you.
question.
Yes.
When our Facebook page was set up, apparently they started to use an advertising company to do it. And then they didn't end up using them. So every time I go to post something, I have to go through all of this, the process of where they're wanting us to pay for it. It's a lot of advertising thing, and I'd like to get rid of it. And I
I
don't know
would
how to do
just,
that.
quite honestly, I would just create a new Facebook page and end the one that you have now so that you can
Okay.
sever that relationship. That would be my piece of advice.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Do I have any more questions? Okay, so thank you, ladies, for your time tonight. Please look to your emails for some resources coming up, especially the Every Member in November. I will be sending you the slide deck and the PDF handout that I have created for this evening's event to you within the next day or so. I have some meetings with my superintendent tomorrow, so that might not get done until later on in the day. But please know that that will be forthcoming. And also look, so every single person that's here for the most part is going to be the person that I'm going to be sending things to. If there is additional people, I'm also going to be sending the resources to the presidents of each of the clubs in District 2 as well, so that they have it, even though they may not have, or they may have somebody on the list that I missed. I did reach out to everybody on the District 2 list for PR, and if I did not have the PR person's email regarding this training tonight, I did send it to the presidents of the clubs. So I'm going to be doing that as well with the Every Member in November information.
Thank you very much. This was great.
We
Awesome.
learned a lot. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you.
Could
and
I
ag-
just ask
Yes.
people to consider following District 22 Facebook page? You can see what's happening in our part of the world.
That would
I
be
certainly
awesome.
follow a lot of the all over the world Facebook pages, and it's great. Yeah.
I've been trying to follow as many as I can on my District 2 webpage. So I think that's how we connected, actually, is because I liked District 22 on our Zonta District 2 page. So I'm pretty excited about the fact that you joined us today, and we're all in this together, as they say. So
Exactly.
thank you so much, everybody, for joining us tonight. And please look to your email in the coming days for this Every Member in November. Let's do that. Let's get that money.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Push
Have a good
donate
night.
now. Push that donate button.
Donate. GoFundMe, donate. It's very easy this year. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you so much.
Good night.